Hello everyone, so in today's tutorial, we will be talking about how to recreate this kind of effect. I've actually done this before for previous projects. We'll give it in a link down below, y'all can take a look at that. So without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so today we will be talking about how to do this kind of smoke review text effect without any third-party plugins. So for today, I'll be doing it on this my logo right here. Okay, so this is the one that I've done previously. We will start from scratch again. So for me, I'll be working on this logo here. But you can work with any text you want. Okay, I'll kill the position as well. Okay, smoke review text effect. First, we will need to recreate the smoke. We'll do that by fractal noise. So I will create a solid, right click, new solid. Or you can do that by Ctrl Y as a shortkey for this. So we'll name this a fractal noise. Under effect and preset, you just type in fractal noise. If you don't have this, you go under window and you can find it from here, effects and presets. If not, it will usually by the right side. So type in here fractal noise. So this will be the root of our, like the basic of our smoke effect. I'll show you how in a while. So fractal type, we'll choose like a dynamic progressive, increase the contrast a bit, and lower the brightness a bit. Sorry. So alternate click on this evolution. We will type in expression time times 350. So this will have this animated by itself over the time. And we will do a keyframe of the brightness. Holding shift and page down allows me to go through 10 frames forward and backwards. Shift, page down and page up. Page down, downwards, page up, go back. So we do 30 frames and we just pump this all the way down. And same thing for the front. So the first keyframe I put on the 10th frame, push this back down. So we have a up, down. Control click on the middle keyframe will allow me to smooth out the keyframes. Okay. And also, I will keyframe the offset turbulence. I'll press U to review the keyframe. We move this up. So the noise will kind of move upwards like this. This is generally the idea of the smoke, but it's not looking quite smoky just yet. Okay, so we will pre-comp this. So Command Shift C, move all attribute. We will name this the smoke layer. So by this, it's like pre-compose this into a new kind of like a folder, if you want to name it this way, yeah. So the effects and the layers are in here, and we are actually working on it outside here. Alright, so we have this going upwards. I'll create a mask. Under here, rectangle tool. So remember to select your layer before you click on this, then it will be a mask. If not, if you didn't select this, it will be a shape layer. Okay, so mask. Let's hide the background of this logo first. I'll start from the center. Click on this triangle for mask, the options for this mask. So I'll keyframe mask path, mask opacity, as well as mask feather, as well as mask expansion. We go down 30 frames. And I'll move this up. Maybe we can close this a bit. Feather. And we increase the mask expansion. Alright. Sorry. Alright. So it's not looking quite smoky yet because each of this is actually quite chunky. We will actually choke this in by using an effect, CC glass. So surface, bump map, put it to none. And then once you have this displacement on negative value, it will start to choke this smoke effect. So let's see. So you create a more lines to this instead of like very chunky layers. So this you can actually play around with it by duplicating the smoke effect. So under your project layer, you duplicate this smoke tool and you move this down. So duplicate your smoke layer and then select this smoke tool, press on alternate, and you drag this down. So what this does is for smoke tool, it still holds on to the effect, but it's actually a different layer. So whatever you change in the smoke tool precom, it won't affect smoke precom. So I can click in smoke tool under transform to make this scale down a bit. Maybe this random seed to be up a bit. So this is of a different layer than the bottom one. So I'll put this on the add mode. Move this down. And we will do a level to this to make this a bit brighter. Alright, so you can play around with this effect with the fractal noise effect. But for now, I will use this. So I will squash this layer a bit. So I kind of want just the bottom of this part to be brighter, and then it will fade onto a more softer look. Okay. we'll leave this here for now. If anything, we can come back here to refine. So for these two pre-comp, we will pre-comp this again. I will name this a smoke comp layer. So I'll rotate this 90. The way I'm doing it like this is because I kind of have a lot of different variation to choose from, up, down, so we have a longer kind of smoke. You will see later. So this is my text effect. This is a general idea of how it's like. I'll put on the blending mode of screen, or probably you can do add. See which one actually fits better for your comp. So this is the general idea, like we kind of review the text, but of course we're not going to leave it like this, right? Okay, I'll work on the text layer for now. So we will have these animates in from the left to right. So we'll do a position keyframe, position, shift down, you do a 20 frame comes in. Oh, sorry, so usually I do my animation this way, but now it's going opposite, but then I'll just right click and time reverse keyframe. So it will just reverse it and we will go back like this. And we do press F9 for easy ease. I'll do a simple motion. Faster. Okay. So comes in like that. So what I want to do is I actually want the edges of this text to be a bit more organic when the text kind of flies in. So we'll use a Control Y, create another solid. We'll name this matte. For now, I'll just randomly draw any mask first. So this will be a matte. This will be a matte for your text. So it's like covering the text. So parent this to my logo layer. So it will move together with my text. Well, so for the first frame, I'll have this cover almost half of it. Press M to review the mask path. Click on this stopwatch. So you press U on your logo layer, you can see your keyframe. So you can just do it in the same animation keyframe, so it won't be like a stagger animation. So here it will review like this. When it review, it can kind of be a bit of wobbly animation, so it doesn't have to be too rigid. Then we will feather this. Okay, so under the logo layer, we will do this on an alpha inverted map. This alpha map and luma map, probably we'll do one episode to talk about this, but for now you just click on this luma invert map. So it will take the luma, which is the white of it, and then it will kind of reveal the text. Okay, the text is going a bit too soft, so the feather will drop that a bit. Okay, right, it's looking not too bad. Also, I will want blur and turbulence on this So we will do that by adding the effect on my logo layer. So we will do a fast box blur. So fast box blur, we pump this up so we get a bit of a blur effect. But now it's actually affecting the whole layer, so I want to create a mask to actually mask this effect. So selecting Q, pressing on Q let you select this, or if not you can click on here. So Q, I'll do an eclipse mask like this, feather a bit. So once you click on this arrow key here, under the effects, you will see your fast box blur here. So under the fast box blur, there's this compositing option. Click on this plus, select on the mask 1. So it will just affect after you click on mask 1, you can see this effector have this blue button here. That means it's actually in the mask itself. So it will just affect whatever in the mask. So as you can see right here. So we will animate this mask path. So for the first frame, once it's revealing up, we will have this mask kind of blur a bit of the edges like this. And then when it's out, we'll have it reveal the whole thing. This could be offset just a bit, maybe 10 frames. And we do easy ease. Press F9 for easy ease. So it reveals like that. You can probably mask feather the thing a bit more. Okay. So just like this. Alright, and then I want a bit of distortions happening here on the edges. We will do that by having an effector called turbulence displace. You need to select your logo layer and double click on this. So same thing is affecting the whole layer. I will just select the same mask that I've created. So under turbulence displace, compositing option, click on this plus. So be careful about this because you are feathering this, right? You will have this double edges kind of look, which might not look good in your comp. So try to be careful, like the amount and the size, to not crank this too much. Just a bit. Okay, in the first frame, we'll keyframe the amount. Same thing for the evolution. Alternate click on this. We'll do an expression of time times 150. So it will just go on and displace it throughout the time. So you go down, press U, you can see your keyframe. So I'll just align this with my blur keyframe. So 0. Same thing, easy ease. Alright. So it's looking not too bad now for the text review. Next of all, we will add in our smoke. So let's turn on my smoke comp. So this is my smoke. The general idea is to kind of piece this one smoke on top of my text layer when it's moving. So I'll just take on this pick with parent to the logo layer. So it'll move alongside my logo layer. Right. Okay, not too bad. So now I'll mask the layer out. You kind of mask this. The idea of me doing the whole piece this long is to actually have the variations of different shapes of this smoke that I will want to piece on the text. You can see by clicking on Y in this mask tool, you can move the layer up and down in the mask. So you just choose a, like let's say this kind of looks good here. So I'll feather this a bit. And we will piece this just right on the text itself. Alright, so that's the first layer. I will just stack this on a bit more. So by scaling this down, you get a more refined like look here. So I'll just piece it like this. So your mask layer, you can keep it a bit more organic, so it doesn't have to be too rigid like a circle, so your mask look like a circle all along. So you will have a bit more shapes to it. You can offset them a bit, so it doesn't all have to be like starting in the same in point or out point, right? So this is actually just by looking at the aesthetic, you picking on which part of this you kind of like this to be in, and you just stack them on. Alright, so now we will select this whole smoke comb layer, Ctrl Shift C, and we'll pre-comb this together, and I will name it the smoke review. Sorry, AL. Right. Okay. Align this back. Put on screen. Parent it to my text. Right. So you can have the text kind of not move, quite flexible in the way you can do. So you can put your anchor point. Sorry. So press Y, and you can actually move on the anchor point. Just move it in the center of your smoke text effect, and you can just rotate this on the smoke layer. So what you can do is set a keyframe here. Once it's here, you can rotate this just a bit. And then the text will, and you will fly to that direction. Cool. Alright, so that's about it. So we have come to the end of this tutorial. If you think this is of any help to you, please give it a thumbs up, like, comment and subscribe. If you have any idea on what you would like to see for the next few episodes, please comment down below. And I will see you in the next one.